Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to automate webinar invites and capture Typeform leads in Airtable. So let's suppose I'm running a business and I'm conducting many webinars and I'm taking all the registrations with the help of Typeform. I want that whenever I receive a new form submission, automatically a mail should be sent and then I should create the record of all the details sent by me with the form submission. Now doing this manually will consume a lot of my time, so I've completely automated this process. And to do this automation, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Typeform, Gmail and Airtable. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I'm going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission, I'm going to send the mail in which I'm going to send the webinar link, and then I'm going to record all the details in my Airtable database. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to see how we can capture the leads from Typeform, send them webinar invitation, and log their details in my Airtable database. For this, I'm going to create an automation workflow where I'm going to build connection between this Typeform, Gmail and Airtable with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com in your browser. Now before we sign into our Pabbly account, let me quickly take you towards Pabbly community. So you can join this Pabbly community to connect with business owners, experts and the Pabbly support team. You can share tips, ask questions and get quick solutions to your automation challenges. You can stay updated on new features and collaborate with thousands of users who help and support each other every day. Now, if you want to learn how you can join this community, then please check out the link given in the description. Let's move back towards Pabbly. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on this sign in, and if you are a new user, click on this sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll go with the sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I am going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And here it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now, if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow for which I need to click on this create workflow and I need to select my workflow builder. We have this new beta which is modern, faster and more flexible one, and then we have this classic which is a stable and a familiar approach. I'm going to select this classic and now I'm going to name this workflow as automate webinar invites and capture Typeform leads in Airtable, and then I need to select my folder. So these are the folders which have been created. I'm going to select it as forms automation and then click on create. Here workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to automate webinar invites and capture Typeform leads in Airtable, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new lead from this Typeform submission, I'm going to log the details of this lead in my Airtable database, and then I'm going to send them the webinar invite, which means whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission, this complete workflow here will get triggered because trigger says when this happens. So when I'm going to receive a new form submission and then action says do this, then send the webinar invite and log the details. Here in my trigger application, I'm quickly going to take Typeform. And in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new entry and then simply click on this connect. Now, if you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection and then click on this connect with Typeform. Now here I have already logged in my Typeform account, and that's why I just need to grant away the permission, for which I'm going to click on this accept. You can do this too because your data is completely saved with Pabbly Connect, and here it is. Typeform is connected with Pabbly Connect, and now I have to enter this form. So if I open my Typeform account, this is the form which I have created by the name registration form, and it has all these fields: name, email, phone, city and the company. Now I'm going to select this same form from this drop down, and the name of this form is registration form. I'm going to refresh this once, and this is the registration form. After selecting this form, I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request, and you will see it has changed to this waiting for response, and under this it is written, once you have clicked over save and send test request button, then do a test submission in order to capture the response here. So this means, so as to get the response over here, I need to do a test submission, which means I will be doing this form submission of this registration form, and as soon as there is a form submission, I should capture all the details here in this workflow. So I'm going to open this form, and to open this form, I'm going to click on this copy link. I have copied the link to this form. I'm going to paste it in a new tab. Let's wait till the form is opened. And here it is. I'm going to enter some dummy details in all these fields. First, I'm going to enter my name as new user, my email address as new@pabblytudes.com, and then I'm going to enter my phone number as this one. I'm going to enter the city as Bhopal, and then I'm going to enter the company as Pabbly, and then I'm going to simply click on this submit. Now here, as soon as I've done this form submission, I should have captured all these details in my workflow, and if I open my workflow, here it is. In no time, I have received the response. So here in just 7 seconds ago, I have received this response. The name was new user, email address was this, phone number was this, city was Bhopal, and the company was Pabbly. Here, as soon as I have done the form submission, I have received that response here in this workflow, and this shows the connection setup which we have created between Pabbly Connect and Typeform, that is successful. And now whenever there will be new form submission, I will start capturing that response here in this workflow. Now moving on towards the next step, whenever I receive a new form submission, I want to send them this webinar invite. And to send this, I'm going to take my action application as Gmail. So here, I'm going to select my action event as send email v1 and then click on connect. Now here, if you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, click on this connect with Gmail, select your account with which you are going to send this mail. And after selecting that account, you simply need to click on this allow to grant away the permission. Here Gmail is connected with Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to enter all these details. So the first one is that I'm going to select the recipient email address. So here I'm not going to enter any of these details manually. Instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter the data from the previous response. I have received the response from Typeform, and when I click on this field, I can see this Typeform. When I click on this, I can see all the response which I have received from there. Here I'm going to enter the email address as new@pabblytudes.com. The CC, BCC fields, I'm going to skip this, and then the sender name is, let's say, ABC Company, and then I'm going to enter the subject as you're invited, join our upcoming webinar. And then the reply to, I'll skip this field, I'm not replying to anyone. In the email content type, I'm going to select it as plain. If you are entering the HTML content, you have to select the type as HTML. I'm going to enter a plain content. So I have selected the content type as plain, and then I'm going to enter this email content as. So here I have entered the email content as, hi, thank you for your interest. We are excited to invite you to our upcoming live webinar. Join via the link below. And then I have added this webinar jam link. And then I have added, click here to join the webinar. You will gain practical insights, expert tips, and a chance to get your questions answered live. Warm regards, the ABC team. Now I'm going to map the name of this lead so as to create a personalized email. So now I'm going to enter the name of the lead, but over here I'm again not going to enter this manually. I'm going to map this. I'm going to click on this type form response and map the name of the user, which was new user. And if you want to map all other details to create a personalized email, you can do that too. Here I have mapped the name. So mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in this field. Manually entering the data will make this field static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. After entering all these details, I am not going to send any file or the attachment, but if you are sending this, please make sure that your file does not exceed the given limit given over here. I am simply going to click on the save and send test request, and now let's wait for the response. And here I have received the response. This response is a positive one. The mail has been sent. I'm quickly going to open my mailbox and check whether I have received this mail there or not. And here it is. I have received this mail. You can see just 0 minutes ago. Hi new user, thank you for your interest. We are excited to invite you to our upcoming live webinar. You can join from the link below. I'm going to open this link. And here it is. As soon as I fill in all the details and I click on this enter room, I will be redirected towards this webinar room. Moving on to the next step, whenever I receive a new lead, I want to send this webinar link and then I want to add this lead detail to my Airtable database. So in my action application, I'm going to select it as Airtable, and in my event, I'm going to select it as create record and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on this connect with Airtable. Now here, I'm going to select the resource or the base. If you want to add a specific base, you can simply click on this add a base and search for your workspace. I'm going to add all the resource, and here it says all current and future bases in all current and future workspaces will be added here. I'm going to grant away the access. And here Airtable is connected. So I'm going to first enter the base name, and the base name is webinar registrants. So I'm going to search for this base webinar registrants, and then you will see it will automatically detect the table name. So here it has detected table 1, and you can see all the fields which I have in this database are present here. I'm quickly going to map all the details. I have received the response from Typeform. The name is new user, email address is new@pablitudes.com, phone number is this, city is Bhopal, and then the company is Pabbly. After entering all these details, I'm simply going to click on the save and send test request. And here it is. We have received this response. This response is a positive one. Let's quickly open my database in Airtable. And here it is. In no time, we have captured and logged all the details of this lead in my database. So now to summarize, we took Typeform as a trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect. We received the form submission, and then we sent this webinar invite with the help of Gmail, and then we recorded all the details in this Airtable database. This is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between Typeform, Gmail and Airtable with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.